We are playing MLB 20 questions, but with a twist. Let's do it. Alright, James, it's season 4, episode 7. How are we feeling today?
Pretty good. I think it's going to be a fun episode. I think we have more like fun segments in this episode. I think it's going to be a little less serious than last week, because last week we were kind of like diving into a bunch of NBA series. It's an MLB
fun
episode.
For us.
So I thought it was good, but I think this one's going to be fun for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it's going to be a boom or a bust. We'll see, though. So, you like the Crocs?
Nah.
They're in leisure mode because I'm leisure.
Dude, how small are those, bro? You need some new ones. Those are like...
They're not that bad. They're like
messing
8s,
with
maybe?
the back heel, bro. Dang, you got small feet.
I got I have bigger feet than you, dog.
I wear 10.
I wear a 10, too. These are like maybe
Gotcha.
8.5, 9, so I got them a while. That's a Crocs. Who cares what size?
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Alright, we're starting it off with Sports Wavelength. So we're going to do 2 rounds each. Y'all know how Wavelength works. If you don't, I'll tell you right now. We each pick a number between 1 and 10, and then give different questions and rate. You understand. You'll figure it out. It's tough. It's tough.
It's pretty easy.
You either know what Wavelength is, or will know in like the next minute because it's super easy.
It's fun.
Okay.
So you going first?
What do you want? I'll let you pick. I've been picking a lot.
Wait, so by going first, what would I do? I would like...
You pick what you want to do first. I don't care.
We're doing 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I want to guess first. Like,
Okay.
I want to give you questions. Like, I want to try to guess your number first.
Okay, you want to try to guess my number first?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. You already pick out your numbers?
I got my first number. Yeah, I just wrote them down.
Okay.
All right. I got my number picked out.
Okay.
You can close your eyes. Close your eyes if you want to play along with us. Number on the screen is... All right, James.
Okay. Let's start it off. Give me a color scheme for a team.
A color scheme for a team.
Yep.
What? Okay. Color scheme for a team. Can I say like a team, or do I have to say colors?
Yeah, I mean you can say a team.
Okay.
Like based off their colors. Like a team
Okay.
based off their colors. And 1 is the worst, 10 is the best.
Yeah, 1 is the worst, 10 is the best. This is a hard one because I feel like we might have different stances on this.
Yeah. But I'm based off of
But
yours.
I like the Phillies. I think the Phillies.
Okay.
Are the pick.
Okay. So like red, white, and blue. Okay.
Mostly red and white. Though. They didn't really.
Yeah.
Blue was like a small accent.
Don't they put the baby blue in the... They put it in like throwback.
The baby blue
It's
is a
not
throwback thing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not like a color that they have.
Let's go with an NBA coach.
An NBA coach. Okay. I'm gonna say I don't know that many NBA coaches. But I'll say Kenny Atkinson.
Okay,
Kenny
so that's
Atkinson.
coach of the year. That's big. That's high. We're very high right now. I'm like at like an 8 to 10. That's my range right now. Let's try to narrow it down. So let's do more of a simple question. We'll go going into this season, a college football team.
LSU.
Okay. It's pretty high. It's like an 8-9. It's not a 10, but it's like a... Okay. Okay. Last question. Give me an MLB City Connect jersey.
Are we talking like past City Connects or like the new ones this year?
Any of the City Connects.
Okay. Well, the White Sox one this year sucks. Like
Okay,
I don't care. Everyone else thinks it sucks. Like you're the only one that thinks
not
it's
true.
good. I haven't gone
Who have
online.
you- who have
I
you
haven't seen a
listened
good
to?
opinion online of them yet.
Alright, well, I've seen one.
You seen one? Who is it?
I don't remember.
Okay.
There's some guy on Instagram. I don't know.
I've seen 0 good opinions online.
Dude, I think they're tough.
I think they're mid. Anyway, I'm not saying those. This is interesting. Okay, I think I got one.
Okay.
The White Sox one, the first one, the South
the
side.
South side with the pinstripes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like one of my personal favorites.
Which you're gonna go with,
Okay,
man.
I'm between 8 9. I'm going 9.
It was 8.
Dang it! Oh, dude,
I think
that was good.
You
That
like
was
those
good.
White Sox ones more than me.
Yeah, I do.
And like for the coach one, I thought not Steve Kerr, not Eric Spoelstra. I keep letting this go out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you can't say Kerr or Spoelstra. That's true.
So
But
I thought of the
would-
best one after that.
Yeah, that's true. That's good. Yeah.
I thought LSU might have
Well,
been a little high, but I felt like LSU was fine. And then, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, LSU probably should have brought me down a little bit. I probably
Well,
should've
LSU was
gone.
like 8.5, 9.
Yeah, but
Because
I
they're like
should've-
a top 15 team, so out of
Yeah.
the 100 something teams. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, you can get it.
Dang.
I'll
All
close
right.
my eyes.
We're gonna go with this number.
Okay. I'm going to go with a position on the baseball field based on how hard it is to play.
Okay. So like 10 is the hardest.
10 is
and
the
1
hardest.
Not,
one is-
okay. Okay. We'll go. I go with left field.
Left field. So, I mean, it's a fairly easy position. I'd say it's probably around a 3 or 4. Maybe you go up to a 5 on that, but like pretty much the entire infield except for first base is. So really, the ones easier than that are first base, right field, and DH. So, yeah, I'm at 3 or 4. Let's see. Give me. So now I'm kind of like trying to aim my questions towards like what you think might be lower. Whereas like City Connect jerseys, when you ask would maybe like I wouldn't know that many lower ones.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about that.
I'll take the first question.
Well, I thought about that one earlier.
Yeah.
That's why I was so quick to it. Okay.
What's the hardest position?
A team, like I don't know if I know this or not that well, but I'm gonna do it for the content anyways.
Okay.
A team based on like how they did in the draft. NFL team based on how they did in the draft.
Oof. Okay. That's actually a really good question.
But I don't know like basically any of the draft teams.
Hmm.
For the content, guys, come on.
And this is like an opinion-based question, I guess. So it's a little,
Well, that's
it's
what
a
they
little
are.
bit on my opinion.
I know your opinion basically. Mostly the opposite of what my opinion is.
Usually, yeah, sometimes. That's tough. It's a tough one.
This episode, basically, like the length of this episode will be about how long James sits there and does that.
Well, dude, it's confused. Like I
I know it's hard.
I know. I gotta think of I gotta think of one that's not too like, because I want you to get it right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Dude.
It's a hard one. I should.
Like okay, so I'm not basing this off of my opinion. I'm basing this off of
that majority opinion. I understand. Like don't like not Mel Kiper's opinion, not James Bush's opinion.
Yeah, I'm basing this off of like a variety of opinion. I'm going with the Chargers.
So who they draft? That's the next
So
question.
they took Amarion Hampton.
Okay.
They took corner.
Okay.
They took a D end.
Okay, Amarion Hampton's a solid pick for them, definitely. I'm probably up between 4, maybe around 4. Let's see. That was a really bad question.
It's just tough to think because like
Yeah.
it's like bad and good.
That's exactly the opposite of what I was
there's,
just
like,
saying.
there's
Whereas
just a
like you
bunch
know
of-
more good ones. Than you do bad
Yeah,
ones.
exactly. Like I know all the good ones, but it's hard to think of like mid tier or like really good or.
I got a good one. An NBA playmaker.
Okay.
So like
That's a good one.
0 would be like
That's a good one.
Bam. Or no, it would be like Ben. No, never mind. I don't know what his
Rudy
0 would be.
Gobert would be like a 0.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert would be 0.
And like a number 1 would be like a Chris Paul.
Or like a Curry would be up
Or
there.
a Halliburton or a...
Halliburton.
Let's go. Okay, I'll go Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. He's not that. I feel like you're trying to pull me down with that one. So maybe like a 3. I'm still thinking 3. I'm kind of hard on that. It could be a 4 though. Keep in mind, I don't really know much about Evan Mobley's playmaking game. Let's see. Final question.
Oof.
Let
Those
me-
are 2 rough questions.
Yeah, I feel like I got. Well, I know I'm in my area. Like
Yeah.
I know. I just gotta think of something.
This is to help you narrow it down.
Okay. An NFL rookie, based on how you think they're gonna be, how good you think they're gonna be this year.
Like just their rookie
Just
year.
this year.
Okay.
Again, bad question for this type of range, but I don't care.
I
So
kind
I
of
trust you.
like that question.
If I would request you say in the first round, that would be nice.
Yeah.
This thing keeps going up.
I'll
It's
try
just
to-
stupid.
I'll try to go first round. Hold on. Jackson Dart.
So does he start? Is the question. I think he will, unless they get Aaron Rodgers. Which they might.
Well, they're probably gonna start Russ. Most
They
likely.
don't have Russ.
They do.
Oh yeah, they
They have
do.
Russ and Jameis and
Oh, so who's going for them? Oh, I thought they was on the Steelers for a second.
Yeah, it's Russ.
Okay, he's not going to start
Russ,
then.
Jameis,
Yeah,
Dart,
sorry.
and DeVito.
I was thinking he was on the Steelers or something.
That's their QB room, which is
So
such a weird QB room.
Okay, I think you're pulling me down again to 3. I'm going 3.
That is correct.
Yes!
Nice. Good pull.
Okay, thanks for
That
reminding
was
me.
a good question.
I was thinking he was on the Steelers.
Yeah, I mean, if you would have gone Steelers, then it would have been higher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dart's good because it wasn't
I would've
like
guessed
Dart
4.
could be like good, but he's probably just gonna
He's
get
not gonna
like
start.
a couple snaps. Like he's not gonna, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right,
That was a good question. That last one was a good question. Okay.
close your eyes.
All right.
All right.
All right. Give me.
This is way more fun to be on this side, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. Give me a.
Bro, James, what, like...
Give me a country based off of their Olympic performance in basketball.
I don't know any, like... Okay. Let's see. I don't really know how these guys did. But, actually, if I could think of that one team that we played. What was the team that we played that we had, like, maybe, like, the first round that had, like, the double name?
South Sudan?
South Sudan. I'll take that.
South Sudan.
South Sudan.
Okay, so that was like, out of all the teams in the Olympics, they were like decent, but they were one of the worst, but they weren't the worst. Okay, so I'm like a, that's not a great question. I'm like at like a 3 to a 5 to a 6 maybe. They put up a fight against us though. Okay, you know what? Let's just see what let's get some more ball knowledge questions in here. Golfer. Just straight up any golfer of all time.
I could say like you.
Good. That'd be
I'm
a
not
10, but yeah.
Okay. I'll say, as of like right now in the I don't know current phase of the world, but as far as I'll go this could blow up my face. But we're talking current or like all time.
They can be all time.
Well,
You can say like current.
Okay. I'll say like current Phil Mickelson.
Okay, so like mid, like just like literally straight up mid, maybe a little below tier mid, like a 4 or 5 is where I'm at. Okay, let's go with any team. Like you get to decide the team name of a 10U baseball roster.
10U baseball roster.
Like a name.
All right, I got you. I think this is a good question for your range. So
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not really gonna give you much, but I'll say like the Dodgers.
Okay, so like literally mid, like just so mid. Like I'm at a 5. Like I'm at a 4 or 5. I think that's mid. Yeah, I think that's meant to like make it mid. So I'm gonna go. I'm sticking with 5. And then one more question. Give me any all-time Saints player.
All-time Saints player?
Any Saints player
Okay.
in their history.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna say, so in like Saints history, of like context of Saints history.
Yeah, literally any player
I'll
that's
say.
ever played.
Ooh, I'm thinking of like. I'll say Chris Olave.
Okay, so hasn't proven much yet. I don't know if that's like meant to pull me up or meant to just keep me at my spot. I think I'm like a little higher, like a 5, 6. But I'm gonna just stick with my gut and I'm gonna go 5.
That's correct.
Boom. Nice job.
I was about to say if you don't
Those
guess
are
five,
fun
with the
questions.
amount of times you said mid, if you don't go 5, like I'm actually
like
gonna
Dodgers kind of sealed it.
Yeah.
Having your 10U team as the Dodgers is like blah, like bro.
That's the
Like,
mid
I
name.
don't have a sick name like the Dynamite,
Yeah.
and I don't have a
Crushers.
Like
We had a team. We
Crushers.
played
That
a
is
team in the
tough.
Crushers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But like then you have a team like the Royals. Like that's low key worse than Dodgers.
The worst one is
Actually,
Patriots.
Cardinals.
But Patriots.
Cardinals is bad too. Cardinals, they were always mid too.
Cardinals? You
They
mean
were
the team?
worse than
You mean the
this.
team that won the 6U league championship? Cardinals?
Okay, pal.
That's us, baby. We beat the Canes like, and like 25-24, like extra innings in the
Dang.
finals. It was the greatest day of my life, probably.
Where's him? Okay, your turn. Last round. Oh, I have to do the number. Okay, we're gonna go with this number.
Okay. I'm gonna say just a color. No, I can't say that. It's
Color?
It has to be sports. A color
Color.
A color of a basketball court.
What? Okay. We'll go with like a like darker brown.
Okay. So it's not the worst you could get, but it's not good either. Like, I feel like we're a little under 5. Okay. Maybe that was not a good question at all. I just thought something quick.
That was a stupid question.
Yeah, it was really stupid. Okay. I'll go with. Okay. Like, I think this is a good one.
Okay.
It's like when the quarterback hands it off to the running back, how many yards does he get?
What?
This is a good question.
Halfback draw yardage.
Or just halfback like handoff. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, sure. Halfback draw yardage.
Let's say it's a 1st and 10 and he picks up 10 yards.
Picks up 10 yards. Okay.
Sure.
That's a really good run. I'm up like
First
maybe
down,
7.
It's 1st down and 10, and he gets a 10-yard run.
That's a nice run. Did I give him the first down?
Yes.
Okay. That's
He's
important.
close, but they give him the first.
Okay.
He reaches the ball. across.
Are you cheering for this team?
What?
Are you cheering for the guy to get the first down?
I don't know.
Is your team running the ball?
That's another question, pal.
Okay, well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
I mean,
that's such a satisfying feeling when you like barely get the first down. But
yeah,
give it to
I guess
them.
it's my team. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say a current MLB player. I'll just keep it simple.
Okay, that's good. We're gonna go this year.
Yeah, this year. But like in the context of like the last few years.
Okay, we'll go Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. He's been he's been amazing when he's been on the field. He's a 10 when he's on the field, but when he's not on the field, that's the problem. I'm probably sitting around 7. I think I like that number right now. Let's see.
Last question. This is a big
I'll
one.
say a shoe brand.
That's good. That's a good question.
This is not very good for my... Well, actually, this is kind of good for my... where I am.
And this is like a sports shoe?
Yeah, like a sporting shoe.
Okay.
But you can be like in the context of all shoes if you want. Don't say like Sperry.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like a...
It's probably more of a sports shoe context.
I'll go Adidas.
Adidas, they're good shoes. Like really nice shoes, quality. Kind of like they're almost a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Final guess?
Final answer.
Incorrect. 8.
Oh, 8.
Right there.
No.
I was trying to pull up with Mike Trout a little bit.
Yeah.
But I
no,
don't know.
I was thinking 7, 8 with Mike Trout.
Yeah.
For sure.
And Adidas, like, the top 2 in my opinion are like Jordan, Nike, and then I probably go Adidas.
Yeah.
So that's what I was kind of like gauging it off of.
Sure.
So.
Alright, well that took a while. Anyway, that was fun.
Those are fun questions.
We each went 1 and 1. So.
A lot of questioning on this podcast, by the way. Alright, cue the music.
The Knicks lead the Celtics in the conference semis 2-0. The Patriots lead the Cavs 2-0. The Nuggets and Thunder are tied at 1. And the T-Wolves and Warriors are also tied at 1. Greg Popovich will no longer coach the Spurs. He's moving to the front office, and the Spurs hire Mitch Johnson as their head coach. Kenny Atkinson wins NBA Coach of the Year. Stephen Curry out at least a week with a hamstring injury. He's out till at least Game 6. The Ravens release kicker Justin Tucker. The Cowboys get George Pickens from Pittsburgh for a 3rd and a 5th. And James, these have been some crazy NBA playoffs so far, especially in this round. What do you think about that? Give us your thoughts.
Well, there's a lot of talk around like the NBA playoffs this year being one of the best ever, like truly, because it's come down. Like every game feels like it has come down, or like a lead is not too much, or like anything. Like there have been game winners. Aaron Gordon.
Both the top 2 teams in the East down 2-0.
True. Like there's just a bunch of stuff. I think it's great for the sport. For the NBA in general, because it also feels like
the ratings have been down, and this is like a huge bump.
It feels like that this playoffs has been like they haven't called a bunch on like the defense has stepped up. They haven't called as many fouls. Like last night watching the Warriors Timberwolves game, Anthony Edwards is crying for a foul almost every single time he went to the basket, and he didn't get one many times. Like it's really, I think it's good for the sport. Like you can look at like the Celtics Knicks game 2. The final score was like 91-90. Like that is playoff basketball in my opinion. So I think it's really good for the sport, and I think we're going to get a really good finals. Whoever it is, I think it's going to be the best 2 teams in the playoffs.
That's usually how it goes.
I'm just saying, like it's going to be like 2 teams that are hot. It's going to be 2 teams that are fun to watch, and I think it's going to be a really good playoffs. Whether it's like we get like a Pacers versus Timberwolves finals would be sick. Don't know if we're gonna
That's
get
not
it.
gonna happen.
Or we end up just getting chalk and we get Thunder Celtics.
I think it'll be-
Either way, I think it's gonna
That's
be
not
good.
chalk technically.
Sorry.
Celtics are the 2.
True. But like that's what everyone picked.
Yeah, I think it'll be Thunder. And who's? I think Thunder Knicks. Honestly, like I think the Knicks. If the Knicks get out of this round, I think they're a finals team.
Yeah. Speaking of that, dude, I saw something the other day. Game 3 is more pressure on the Knicks than the Celtics. I was like thinking about it. Like they were talking about it on First Take. And Kendrick Perkins.
Game 4. If it's 2-1 series, Game 4.
Well, this is okay. Well,
then we're looking at like about even.
They don't know about that yet, but like they're saying that the Knicks Game 3 is a must win because if they go down 2-1, that means that the Celtics know how to win in Madison Square Garden. They can win in Madison Square Garden. They found their role. It's interesting. It's weird. I agree.
Like,
I just thought that was
if you're still up 2-1, like you're talking about more pressure. Like the Celtics go down 3-0.
Yeah.
Talk about pressure. Like there's pressure on the Knicks, but not nearly as much. Whereas there's still pressure if it's 2-1. Then there's pressure on both teams. But the Knicks, they get to a 2-2 series. The Knicks are in trouble.
I think if the Knicks lose Game 3, it's going to be trouble either way. I think they need to seal it away in Game 3.
I think
I don't think there's pressure.
I trust the Knicks more than everyone else.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into 20 questions.
Ooh.
I'll let you pick again. Would you like to start with your questions or finish with your questions?
Like guess your player first?
Yeah.
Or no, I want you to guess my player first.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm gonna.
I wrote down like some notes on my player to make sure like if you do ask a question, just like make sure I know the.
Okay, so there's a little bit of a gray area between opinion and not opinion.
Okay, so yeah,
we will
the
figure
twist.
it out.
You want to tell them what the twist is?
Oh yeah, twist. We're asking only opinion questions.
So it's
gonna
like
be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna ask like, what division in the MLB does this guy play for?
That's only 30 seconds or less.
What position does this guy play for? What number is this guy?
All right, first guess. My first question: does your player have aura?
Yes.
Is that an emphatic yes?
1000% yes.
So I'm writing.
You thinking I'm gonna pick a player with no aura, bro? Who you think
so I'm writing aura in all caps in my book. Don't look at my book, by the way, because I got my player written up here. Okay.
Here,
well, that's a big help. Having a lot of aura is a big help.
Are you keeping tally of your questions?
I have a number, and I'm just saying what I got out of each question.
Okay.
So, second question, I'm going to say, how would your player react to a cold weather game?
Okay, that's a good question. To a cold weather game, he's probably gonna, he'll put on some arm sleeves, he'll put on a leg sleeve.
I'm thinking more mentally.
But mentally, he'll be all right.
He'll be all right.
He'll figure it out.
Okay. So I'm not thinking like
He's
way
tough.
up north. I'm not thinking way up north. Because way up north, if it's like Bryce Harper, then he's like, oh, he's chilling. That's a Philly boy. Aaron Judge, oh, he's chilling. They play outdoors in the cold every day. But if I'm thinking like a Florida guy, then maybe not, depending on how much aura he's got. I'll say tough and cold is what I'll say. Okay. Next question. What does your player do on a Friday night when there's no game?
Okay, that's a good question. I'm gonna say he actually stays inside and hops on the game with the boys. Probably doesn't watch much film or anything. I'd say hops on the game with the boys, maybe play some Call of Duty. Goes to sleep like 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking of a guy that's really committed.
Do you have a game the next day?
No game the next day either.
Then he goes to bed at like 11.
Okay. So I'm thinking really committed because a guy, I was thinking committed, but you say like Call of Duty, which makes me think kind of young. I was trying to guess kind of age there.
That was smart.
I was saying like
that was a good question.
I was saying like going out and partying is a little younger guy.
That was really good.
But staying in and watching movies and drinking wine is an older guy.
Yeah. That's why this is a fun.
I'm thinking he's kind of young, but I'm not really there yet. Like maybe young because Call of Duty's not a guy an old head's playing. Like, Justin Verlander ain't getting on Call of Duty. All right,
that's a good question. That's a good point. Yeah. How old is Justin Verlander? Like 38.
Maybe a little younger than that, but in that realm.
Dude, yeah. What a dog.
Let's see. So. Let's see.
So when you guess a player, that counts the question, right?
Nah, I think we should say you can guess if you guess the player, you're done.
What do you mean?
Like if you guess, you get your guess, and then like once you guess a player, you're done.
Oh, so like if you were to guess player here, you're done.
I'm done. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you have to I can what I'm trying to say is like my mind's blanking. You could like validate your guy. Like if you have a guy, you can like ask questions to validate him instead of just guessing.
Okay, that's fair.
3
3 fun questions in.
Let's see. This has been a lot of fun.
Okay, so
far.
we've gotten that my player has aura.
His aura.
He likes to play Call of Duty and stay indoors.
Yeah.
And
which we had no idea if he actually does that like that.
Yeah, and he's alright,
Okay.
in the cold.
Did your player get like hella women, or like no?
Would you say he has like charisma? Like
Yeah.
Riz?
Would you say he has charisma?
And
also like what is it like? Because looks also goes into that.
I would say that this guy probably pulls.
All right.
I would say.
So
I'd say he gets a good amount of women.
I'll say he pulls heavy.
I don't know about heavy, but like I'd say he pulls like
okay,
for sure.
Pulls kinda. Pulls. I just put pull. Okay. Anyway, next question. Let's see. If this player played like 157 games in a season, how would the public react to that?
If he played 157
like,
games out of the 162.
Yeah, so he played like the whole season. I didn't want to say like 162 because there's only a couple of guys that do that, and that's like amazing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Okay, I would say that he would gain more respect of people.
Yeah, I was thinking like, what were people's reactions or other people's like? Would they say like, "Dude, no way, this guy played that much," or would they say, "Oh yeah, he always plays that much"?
I think they would say.
And you can be anywhere on that spectrum.
I would say that like, I think they would say something around like. Oh dang! He played that much. Nice.
Okay.
Or like stuff like that.
So gets hurt often.
And like, and like they could say like, "Oh, he's a dog," like stuff like that.
Gets hurt a little, I'd say. Okay. I've got to figure out where this guy plays. So that's my next question. Let's see. Okay, if your player like got up on it's one day off.
Okay.
He gets up at like 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And he's got to go to bed at 10 a.m.
Okay.
Can this kid have a beach day?
10 a.m. At 10 a.m.
He gets up at 10 a.m. Got to go to bed at 10 p.m.
Could he have a beach day?
Can he have a beach day?
Okay. It depends on how much.
This isn't really like an opinion question.
It depends on how much he likes the beach, I would say, because it'd be a lot of work if he wanted to go to the beach.
Okay.
So most likely not.
So not coast.
Unless he's loves the beach, most likely not.
Okay, so I was kind of in the area of not an opinion. I didn't really think about that.
No, that's a good
I could have phrased that as an
like
opinion
that question.
question.
Yeah,
So
I like that question.
I'll say he's not on the coast, but he's also not Midwestern. He's not a Midwest guy. Could be like upper Midwest, like Chicago.
Okay.
Not coast and not Midwest, I'd say.
If he's in Chicago though, he a dog in cold weather.
Yeah. So not on the coast. That helps me a lot. So like this guy.
Yeah.
You can take out the Cali teams, maybe some of the Cali teams, maybe. But if it's like, I mean, he's kind of close. You gotta be kind of close to the coast. Because if you're,
I would definitely say like if he loves the beach, because he would figure out a way to get there for a couple hours.
So what you're telling me is like 3-hour drive max, 4-hour drive max is probably what you're trying to get me there. So like, that's not like in Arizona. Like they ain't getting to the beach.
Yeah, Arizona doesn't really have beach.
Yeah, and so like I'm thinking more maybe kind of close to the coast, but not on the coast. So not like San Fran.
Okay.
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 Because they're like right on the water.
That's
anyway.
a good question. Good question.
Let's see. If this player was voted into the All-Star game this season, how would people react?
I
have another one I was looking to think about too.
If he were to be voted into the All-Star game this year, is he a starter?
Yes, he's a starter. Yeah. Starting position, maybe like top vote getter.
They would be surprised, and they like lock into his game a little more. Like he's kind of like it's like saying like I'm trying to give a good example. It's like saying that,
you don't have to give me that.
That's what I would say. I would say that people would be a little surprised, but they'd be like, "Oh, he's dog."
What I got from that is like he's playing well. Like he's playing well right now.
How many tallies you got?
That's 7 questions.
Okay, 7
He's
questions.
playing well. So next question, I thought about this earlier. Really good question, I think.
Okay.
If this guy got put into a game for 1 inning as the pitcher, oh my god, he's pitching for 1 inning.
Okay.
How would it go?
Okay, is this like just like first inning? Like
any inning. Like 6th inning. He's coming in relief.
All right. How would he do? He'd give up some runs.
Okay, so he's a position player.
Yeah, he'd give up some runs. He'd take a go at it and he'd try for sure, but he'd give up some runs.
Yeah. So he'd use the aura out there, but he would suck because he's a position player.
He would be bad.
All right.
Or he'd be bad. He'd be bad.
Okay. So say there's a guy on third.
Okay.
All right. There's 2 outs.
Okay.
But no, I'm not going to say that. There's a guy on third, and the pitcher and this guy's catching, and this guy gives fastball, and
Wait, my player's catching.
your player's catching,
Okay.
and he gives a fastball sign,
Okay.
and that pitcher throws a curveball. What's gonna happen?
Okay. So the runner on third is gonna score.
Okay,
Like,
not a catcher.
the runner on third is gonna score. He's gonna try to make a play, but
At
the
the end
runner
of the
on,
day, you can't do anything about that.
The or is not gonna be enough.
Okay. Let's see. If this guy. Okay, I gotta give him that thought about earlier too. This guy smacks grounder, gets into the corner in right field. Okay.
Okay.
And the right fielder misplays it off the wall like a little bit to where he has to take a couple more seconds throwing it in, but it's not crazy. What base does this guy stand at?
He's getting a third.
He's getting third, so he's fast.
Yeah, he's getting a triple.
He's fast. All right. So I was thinking at second, he's slow. Third, he's fast.
Yeah.
And the way you said that, he's real fast.
He's getting a triple.
Okay.
For sure.
So now I'm thinking.
It depends. Who's out in right field though? Because if it's Acuna, I don't know.
He's still. I mean, like
It's a
it
mid
doesn't- it
right
shouldn't
fielder
be.
with a mid arm.
Well, he's not throwing it all the way to third from the right field fence.
Never know, bro.
Like there
Ron
has to be a
Acuna, I've
cutoff.
seen some
There'd have to
crazy
be a cutoff in there. Maybe to second. Yes.
He'd make it to third, whether the guy's
Okay.
got a good
Yeah.
arm or not.
All right.
10 questions in.
10 questions. I feel like I have a really good idea of who this guy
So
is.
what's your thought process
So
halfway through?
he's not like he's kind of close to the coast, but he's not on the coast.
Okay.
Okay. He's playing well this year.
Okay.
But he's not playing elite. Like there's guys playing better than him. He's got aura. He's got hella aura. And he's probably a little younger, and he's a position player. And I'm thinking he's fast. So I'm thinking like maybe outfielder because that's what most fast guys are. So let's see.
10 questions
Okay.
in.
What are the odds?
And he pulls women. I'll forget.
Yeah, and he pulls one. What are the odds that there's a double play and this guy is involved in the field?
Like percentage
You
wise?
give me a percent. This is also kind of on the edge, but I think we can keep it.
I'd say about 80% of the time. A double
80 so
play.
we're an infielder.
He's probably going to be making a play.
So we're a middle infielder.
80% of the time.
Because you can go to third and the shortstop's not involved. You can go to first, second baseman's not involved. But you're a middle infielder. Okay. So now I got to think of teams. I got to try to narrow this down a little bit to players.
It's a good question.
Okay. Another question. This guy walks out of his house on a end of February.
Okay.
It's the end of February,
Okay.
and this guy has a day off.
Okay.
He walks out of his house to go God knows where.
Okay.
What is this guy wearing?
What's his fit? All right.
This gonna tell me a lot.
He's got
He's at his in his home, like the state that his team plays in.
He's got a Louis V hoodie on.
Okay.
He's got Gucci pants on.
So drippy. Okay.
He's got some nice little clean white kicks. And he's probably got some sort of on a February, he's probably got some sort of whether it's a wool hat or
Okay.
maybe some gloves.
So we're in a cold spot. All right. We're not in Houston, is what you're saying. All right. We're in a cold spot. I feel like in Seattle he might be wearing a raincoat and not maybe not that Louis V
But
like stuff and Gucci.
he's making the gloves or the hat look tough.
Yeah, I got you. I'm thinking more kind of close to New York, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe in that area, maybe. You already said he's not Chicago. But New York, he's also he's not bad in the cold, but he's not a dog in the cold. This is tough, man. Maybe is there a team? There's no team in Carolinas.
I don't think so.
Washington could be an interesting one. Washington Nationals player could be an interesting one, James.
Did you get it?
I'm thinking maybe it could be C.J.
I don't
Abrams.
even know that many Nationals players.
I'm thinking maybe C.J. Abrams.
Okay. That's your first real person.
Yeah. Because you gotta get the people. Okay, Abrams is the guy.
Still have a lot of questions.
I still have 8
How many?
questions.
Okay.
I have 8 questions left. C.J. Abrams is a guy I'm thinking of. So I'm gonna say this: if this guy wanted to meet the president, would this be an easy thing for this guy to do? In general, like
if he just wanted to go see the president?
yeah, if he wanted to see the president, just put his eyes on him. How would that be?
I give him if he wanted to, I give him a 60% chance he'd be able to see him.
So he's not like way far in the west, you know. Like
This is like he literally
one
just
off
has
day.
to like
One off day.
he has to just go to like the White House and find a way to put eyes on him
Put eyes on him
on an off day.
Yeah,
90% chance.
no, so he's in Washington. This is just C.J. Abrams. I'm gonna kind of validate this a little bit. So there's like a council, all right. This council was full of people whose names are C.J. Will your player be there?
Most likely yes.
Okay, is it C.J. Abrams?
That is correct. It is. Got it in 15 questions.
14.
Got it in the 15th or like the.
Yeah, 15th question.
Nice. Yeah, so my player was C.J. Abrams.
That was a really good. I thought about putting him actually. I thought about like maybe a Nationals player like James Wood.
So
but no, that's too easy.
You wanted to, like? Do you have any like questions about like my answers? To
no, I think they were good. Like they're kind of.
He's got aura.
Like it was. You did a good job somewhere in the middle, but in the country, like not really hot, but not really cold. Kind of close to a beach, but not really. Like I think you did a good job.
I didn't want to say that he's like a dog in the cold because first of all he's young. And second of all, he's from like Florida. He was drafted by the Padres. Like he's not like
he played for the Padres. That's right. So that's definitely good. But he definitely doesn't pull like super heavy, but he pulls for sure. Yeah. He's playing well right now. I mean, I haven't really heard about him. So yeah, I think that was a good job.
Okay. I think
he's getting a third. You know?
Oh, for sure.
He's wearing that drip.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got aura for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think you think he has more aura than I think he does.
Yeah. I just have him on my fantasy baseball team. He's a dog, so. Okay, so we're gonna start with the same question for mine. Does this player have aura?
Yes, this player has aura. Okay. Yes.
Would you say just has aura?
He's got aura.
Okay.
Like, it's right there. It's there.
Okay.
You'll notice it when you watch him on the field.
Okay. If me and this player were to grow up together in the same small town, do you think that we would be friends? Based off our personalities.
I think that like you like know each other. Like you know you like be like really talkative with each other. Like you would be able to have a conversation with this guy really easily. And you'd really want to be his friend, but he wouldn't really want to be your friend.
Okay, so maybe like a school friend.
You would,
a
school friend.
Okay.
And you want to hang out with him out of school, but he doesn't really want to hang out with you.
Okay.
He's the cool kid.
School friend, kind of jerk.
No. He's just a cool
jerk. Kid. I said jerk / school kid.
He's just a cool kid. Yeah.
Okay. If they were to go play 8U baseball right now, what would be their batting average?
8U baseball?
Yep.
So there's no kids pitching. Are we assuming kids are pitching here?
Oh, sorry. Let's say 10U baseball.
10U baseball?
So let's say.
So their batting average would be 1,000.
1,000?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I mean that's hard though. Like that's not like
the batting average would be probably like an MLB hitter 1,000. Now, I know what you were going for there. Kind of like a pitcher probably wouldn't be 1,000.
So he's a hitter. Okay.
But a pitcher would be more like 800.
So he's so he's most likely like you saying 1,000 makes me know that it's a hitter. In your opinion, could this player play any other professional sport, and if so, which one?
Wow, that's a good one. I think he could. He definitely could. Which one? He couldn't really play football. I think he could play he could dabble in basketball if he got some reps in.
Okay.
And he could dabble in maybe soccer if he got some reps in there as well.
Okay. So basketball, soccer if you put the work in.
He ain't no LeBron James.
Okay. 4 questions in, and it's giving me pretty much nothing but the personality.
You're asking fun questions, but they're just not gonna give you much.
Okay. What's their favorite color?
What's their favorite color?
Right now. If you have to guess what their favorite color was.
I say blue. Blue's their favorite color.
Okay, blue.
Lighter blue.
Okay, blue. Lighter blue. Okay, so he's got aura and his favorite color is blue, and he wouldn't be my friend outside of school.
Y'all would be nice to each other.
Yeah, he'd be a nice guy.
Yeah.
But he kind of thinks
and he your personalities I feel like would mesh a little bit, but he's just kind of too cool for you.
Okay. In your opinion, do you think this person's funny?
I think he definitely doesn't think he's funny, but I think he's kind of funny. If he's trying to be funny, I think he could be funny.
Okay, so I know he's a hitter and he's a little funny.
No one knows if he's a little funny. He could be the biggest asshole ever, and nobody would you wouldn't know that.
Okay. My questions are so good, but they're not going to help me at all. I'm still asking them. If they didn't play baseball, what job do they look like they would have?
Okay, buddy. Let's see.
Why'd you say okay, buddy?
Yeah, that can get a little racial, but we're not gonna go there.
Bruh. Any job, like
any job. Yeah, I got
literally
you.
any job.
I got you. He's maybe like. So he can't be another sport.
I already asked that question now.
Shoot.
Like just like based off his looks, like what do you think? Like you have to go up to him and be like,
yeah. Okay, I got one. He'd be like a fitness coach. Like he'd be the guy that comes to your house and like helps you get big.
Okay, so like low key, I think this guy hits some bombs, and I think he plays for like a blue team maybe. I don't know if that's his favorite color, but I think that's what I'm gonna kind of go with. And he wouldn't be my friend.
I don't know if you're gonna remember who this guy, but we'll see.
Okay.
You should. But.
Do you think they know who Baby Gronk is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They do. Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, like, they've heard of him.
Okay, so I think he's on the younger side. That's kind of what I was going for in that one.
That's a good one.
Do you think they watch hockey?
I think they watch it because they kind of have to, but they don't really like it.
Okay. So, that helps me. They watch it because
I feel their teammates like it, but he doesn't really like it.
Yeah, okay. That helps for sure. I think that helps me like get the part of the country in a way. I think they're definitely a northern player. And that could be really anyone. And I'm trying to think of like places who are known for hockey. Like it could be a New York guy. It could be a okay. If there's a guy on second base.
Okay.
And there's a hit through the middle of the infield.
How hard are we talking?
This ball gets through the middle of the infield.
How hard was it hit?
And it's on the ground. Like it's just.
How hard was it hit?
I don't know. 100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour.
And it's going through the middle of the infield.
Okay.
Can this guy get the ball to home plate?
Yeah. Yeah.
He can get the ball.
He'll get the ball there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I might even say he'll throw him out.
Okay. Can I go back on a question and just make sure like I got the right answer?
Yeah.
Or that. Okay. This player does have a lot of aura, you said, right?
Oh, he's got aura.
Okay, he's got aura. Okay.
He's got aura. I wouldn't say he's like overflowing with it, but he's got it.
Okay, so I'm kind of like...
If I asked you, does this guy have aura, you'd say, like, you wouldn't hesitate. It'd be a yes.
Okay, so, like, right now, I'm thinking of, like where my brain's at. I'm, like, Cubby, Yankee, Met, Philly, someone in there. That's kind of the teams I'm thinking. Okay. If you had to make up a celebration for them, what do you think would be a good celebration if they hit a nuke?
They hit a nuke? Where are we doing the celebration? Like at home when you come back around, or like right when you hit it?
It can be anywhere. Your choice.
Okay. I think a Euro step would be a good one, like that, how like Jazz does.
Okay. So it's not Jazz, but he's got aura like Jazz, and he'll do a little Euro step thing. Okay.
Maybe not like to that extent, but something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of like it. He's kind of like slow rolling it, doing stuff a lot throughout the base paths. Okay.
Maybe more like the finger roll at home.
Okay, like a finger.
Like a finger roll.
Okay. All right.
Like what Jazz does at the end of the Euro step, kind of, but like he just does that.
Okay, so
maybe a little Euro, but like nothing crazy, and then the main is like.
Okay, so he's got low-key, like, some, like, low-key aura, like, he's confident in himself, but he's not, like, him. I think he's on the younger side. Do you think... Okay. If you had to go into MLB The Show right now and give him a clutch attribute, what would be the level on that attribute? Like, what would be the score?
Now, I don't know what it looks like today. In context of the past, is this like a flashback card? Or is this like a now card?
This is any card you want it to be.
Okay. This is a flashback card.
Okay.
And his clutch is 125.
Okay, so he's freaking him. Okay. Back in the day, he was him. Might be.
He might still be now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's still clutch.
I haven't been in with this game. Like,
okay, so like I was thinking like my brain was low key like on PCA for a while, and that helps me. So it's not him. So now I'm kind of switching gears, thinking of some other players. Like we could be looking at like a Pete Alonso type guy. Most likely not, but we could be looking at a Schwarbies. We gotta remember that this guy, he would get at the home plate. He would be a fitness. He'd be a little funny. His favorite color's probably blue. He could dabble in some basketball.
You can get there, James. You have so much.
He could dabble in some basketball or soccer. Once again,
there.
wouldn't be my friend.
If you put the ball in court, if you put the ball in the right court,
lay.
If you put the ball in the right court, you're there. I'm telling you.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my question.
This is fun. Yeah, I thought CJ Abrams was a deep pull for me.
Yeah, that was good.
When I said and you said, "Did you get it?" after I said Washington, I was like, "Oh, this guy's from Washington."
Yeah. Okay. If they had to cheer for a college football team this upcoming season, who do you think they'd cheer for?
Who's your guy who's that quarterback that you like?
Kate Klubnik?
No, that played in the bowl game last year and you really liked him. Everyone makes fun of you. No, playing. They weren't good.
Oh, Washington, my boy.
Don't know his name because you're not a real fan.
Hold on.
But he would cheer for the Washington Huskies.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he would. He's a newer Washington fan.
Okay.
He wouldn't really be tuned in though.
So that definitely I'm there for sure.
Yeah, that was a good question. It was kind of like it was kind of on the edge of like an opinion question. That's kind of like, now I'm giving you the team, but it's fine.
Like I think it's definitely like it's up.
So just to help you, he might be kind of more of like a Florida fan. He might be kind of a Florida fan, but also kind of probably like
they're total. That is opposite ends of the country.
Now you should definitely get it because he's probably he cheers for Florida and he also cheers for Washington.
Okay. Okay. I gotta remember, it's a flashback card. He's got 125 clutch. That's the main thing I'm kind of harping on.
That was the best question you had.
Is like,
that was so good for this player.
Guy was him. Maybe like just a few years ago. Like, and maybe he's not the best now, but he's still okay. If you had to compare this player to an NBA player's personality, who would you compare it to?
Wow, okay.
This is my 15th question, by the way.
Yeah, you're getting close.
5 questions left. We're good. I'm using all my questions.
An NBA player's personality? Okay, I don't know how good this is, but I'll say a little Tyrese Halliburton.
So he's got some swagger to him. He's not like... Okay. He's definitely a little funny. He's a fitness coach. That's what I'm keeping going in, too, because he's big, probably. Like a big dog.
You're there.
I'm looking at Florida, which is like, they could be, they could be an old Marlin. They could be an old Ray. They could be an old... What's the other team in Florida? One more team, right?
Ray...
Miami, Marlins. Tampa. And then...
That might be it.
I'm still going back to Seattle, right? So... Which they could be a player in Seattle. I don't know. I know J-Rod. It's not J-Rod. He doesn't have 125 clutch. Doesn't have a little flashback card. Probably could get it to home plate. I think this guy's an outfielder. 125 clutch, outfielder. He's got swagger like Halliburton and Jazz. He's got aura. 1,000 average. He could dab. His favorite color is blue, which is Marlins, or.
That's all of them.
It's like 95% of the league.
Well, all 3 teams you just said are all blue.
I
think those are the only teams in Florida.
Okay, what would you say is their favorite holiday?
Ooh, I feel like this guy. He's a New Year's guy.
Okay.
Their holiday's New Year's.
So he's kind of like a little partier kind of guy. Like he's okay. Like that did not help me whatsoever. That was my 16th question. So I have.
You already all the information you could have gotten. You already have.
I have 4 questions. Yeah, but
it wasn't a good question. You have 4 questions left, and that 20th has to be your guess.
Yeah.
So you really got 3.
Like I'm
You're gonna be so mad at yourself when you don't get it.
probably
You should have it by now. But with the information I've given you, this is the perfect information for you to get this guy.
We cheer for the Huskies. We cheer on the Huskies. I feel like that means he played in Seattle. Or maybe he's playing in Seattle now and used to play somewhere in Florida. I think he played for a team in Florida and Seattle. The problem is I don't know many people on Seattle. I know Cal Riley. I know J-Rod. I know
You forgot about this guy. You're gonna be mad.
Okay. They watch hockey. I forgot about that question. That actually might be helpful. This guy might play for Tampa. Because the Lightning were decent. Now, he might not be a fan of hockey, but maybe he likes that. Maybe he watches that team because they've been decent the past couple of years. I don't know if Charlie knows that, but...
I don't know. I knew the Lightning were good, but I didn't think about all the teams. I couldn't tell you what cities have.
Okay. Well, we'll go back to some of my questions. Do you think they have a clean swing?
Yeah. I think they do. Yeah.
Okay. 3 questions left, guys. Clean swing. 125 clutch. Home plate. They watch hockey because they have to. They've got aura. 1,000 batting average. Basketball or soccer. Blue or light blue. He's a Ray, bro. He's a Ray. He's a Ray, and he used to play for Seattle, huh? Or he's Jazz. But you say he's not.
It's not Jazz. We've already said that.
Okay.
Man, you're overthinking it. This is crazy.
Would you say that I like this player?
Yeah, you like him. You like this guy. You like this guy, yeah.
Okay.
You're obviously not thinking of him right now.
Yeah, but
you like him.
I like him. Like, I'm
How many questions is that? 18?
I have 2 more, yeah.
So you have one more question, then you gotta make a guess.
Like, right now, like, I'm stuck on J-Rod, but I don't think it's him. But, like, okay, so a flashback card. Can I, say, a flashback card is from how long ago? Like what's a flashback? Like,
it's just
from, it can be a couple
flashing
years?
back in the past. It could be last year. It could be when he was a prospect. It could be for as long as he's been playing baseball.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
What do you think if he goes home after, let's say, a game, they just won,
yeah,
he's hopping on the game with the boys, what game's he playing?
Okay. Not Fortnite.
Okay.
I feel like, okay. I think he's playing, Alright, well, he's got some games downloaded. Alright, he's got COD. Okay. He's got 2K and Madden in the show.
Okay.
They just, okay. How many people are playing with him?
He's playing with his
two
other buddies.
2 other buddies, he's probably playing COD. But if he's playing by himself, he's probably going to, a 2K or a Madden.
Okay.
He doesn't really he dabbles in MLB The Show, but not too much.
Okay. So, I'm going to officially I'm going to lock in the answer.
Yes.
I'm not going to overthink it. I don't know if it's right, but I got a lot of... Okay, let's go over what I got.
Okay.
He has aura. He'd be my school friend, but probably wouldn't hang out with me on, the weekend. He'd bat 1,000 in 10U. He could dabble in basketball or soccer. Blue or lighter blue. He's a little funny. Fitness coach, which I think is what I'm missing on. They watch hockey because they have to. Seattle's got a team. They've got the Kraken. That could be a possibility. Home plate. He'd make it to home plate. He'd throw it. He'd be able to throw it. So it has me thinking it's an outfielder, which is why I'm not going to go Cal Riley or anything. I'm not going to go anything
Catchers
else.
got arms, man. Catchers have arms.
125 clutch.
Cal Riley ain't going to be your fitness trainer.
They definitely know who Baby Gronk is.
Does Cal Riley know who Baby Gronk is?
I'm locking it in. I'm going Julio Rodriguez.
James, oh my gosh. It was Randy Arozarena.
No! Oh!
Played for the Rays.
I forget about it.
Was
I was
brought
there.
to the World Series.
I was there, dude.
Was on the Rays, brought to the World Series, and now he's on the Mariners. Insane.
I was there, bro.
Insane, bro.
Dang, I forget he plays for the team. That's the thing.
That's
Like, I do love Randy. Like,
you didn't think of him when you forgot about him in general because he's not on the Rays anymore.
Hey, you know the Rays, the Marlins, and the Mariners are all confusing teams to me, bro. We've had this conversation before.
I mean,
that was a good player. I was there. I was proud of my questions.
I wanted to challenge you because I think it would be easy to get. Like Abrams was really easy for me to get. I wanted to challenge you.
I thought it was going to be a little harder, but I think this will definitely be coming back. But
I
don't know if we can think of like. I think it would be like we'll do it for a different sport, obviously. Because you can think of different questions and stuff. But that
was fun. I liked that.
Okay, yeah, you got it. I didn't, but I was there.
Yeah,
I was
you
proud
were
of my
there. Like
question.
that's not your question answering knowledge. That was your bone knowledge. And
yeah,
you know what? Sometimes you gotta.
And that's okay. That's okay.
It's all right. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. This was really fun. Next week we might do. I think chances are we do round recap next week, but it just depends on how the series go throughout the week.
Yep.
But we'll see y'all then.
All right.
Oh, if we don't do the round recap, we're probably doing a mix NBA MLB lineup thing that we did with Luke Talamo.
Okay.
But like mix the sports.
Okay.
Maybe bring on a guest. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see it. We'll talk about that later. See y'all on the next one. Peace.